The reason I say that, because some of you probably don't know me that well, because individually, I'm not very good at talking, not very sociable, but apparently when I get in front of a group of people, I feel like I can say stuff to everybody at the same time, so this is going to be a little while. So I'm going to tell you guys a story of probably the most lasting experience of my life so far. That's the story of Johnny Baggett. Some of you guys probably heard that name thrown around. Might not know the whole story. You might. This is what I got from it. Because I have an older brother. His name is Michael. You guys probably seen him. He came to a couple of the meets. He was best friends with Johnny. And so Johnny was diagnosed with leukemia spring of his junior year of high school. And I can still remember how over the summer, every single day, I'd hear Michael go, "Hey, as soon as I get off work, I'm going to go to the hospital to see Johnny," or, "Hey, we're going to meet some guys, go up see Johnny." And it seems like he was always either at work, at the hospital with Johnny, or he was talking to me. He just me to vent. Just anything he had on his mind, he just said it to me, and I would listen, because that's what I do. I don't talk about it. And so, during that summer, he wanted to have an item to kind of remind himself of Johnny, and that came to be the headband that I wear at every cross country meet. It says JDP4, Johnny Dean Baggett, and he wore number 4 in soccer. So, October of 2009, his senior year, Johnny passed from complications, and it was pretty hard on my brother. And so, the entire year, he wore his headband to represent Johnny, and then he graduated fall of 2010, spring of 2010, and this is where I come into my quote. See, if some of you don't know, I'm a huge Linkin Park fan. They're my favorite band ever. And probably one of my favorite songs is "In the End," and the quote from that song is, "I tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter." And I couldn't stand the song after what happened with Johnny, because it just made me think, he fought so hard, and in the end, he just passed anyway. I couldn't stand it. I couldn't listen to it at all. But then I found the remix of that song, which is where I get my quote from. It's called, "The journey is more important than the end of the start." And I've taken that to heart this past year. Because when you think of your cross-country season, you're looking back, and you're standing up here giving this speech. Honestly, I don't remember my first race. That's completely gone from my mind. I only know that I ran a 38-something because of the speech that Mr. Reinhardt gave at last year's banquet, which some of you guys were there for that. That's the only reason I know that I ran like a 38. Because what I'm going to remember about cross-country is going to be when we're going to the out-of-town meet, and Dakota finally came out of the closet. We locked him in a closet, and it took him a while to figure out how to get out.
Every second someone in the microwave with the door open, called it, he still couldn't find it.
And I remember...
Did you check the Gatorade bottle?
Yeah, he opened the Gatorade bottle and looked inside of it.
I convinced him that I put his phone in an unopened full Gatorade bottle. He was trying to figure out... I wish he was here right now because I'd be looking him in the face the entire time. But I'm going to remember when Alex Smith got a 12-pack of orange soda, sat on the bus, chugged like 4 or 5 of them, just right there, just kind of sat there this time, just, I don't feel good. I'm going to remember sophomore year, the first practice meet. I was on my way to running a 40-minute 5K. And I come down the last turn, and I see just this mass of green shirts. It's the entire cross-country team that came up to cheer me on. I remember freshman year, every race I got last. But every race, Michael was right there next to me, sprinting to the finish. time I carried that flag, everybody who ever complimented me on it. Most of all, I remember when I got that headband from my brother. Just give me a thing. It was the end of summer after he graduated. He was packing up, you ready to go to college. He goes to UNT with you. And I saw his headband laying on his desk. I was like, well, hey, you don't want to forget this, but I mean, the port. And he took it, and he looked at it, and he gave it back to me. And he said, I want you to keep it. I want you to carry on the tradition. And so every cross-country race that I can remember, bringing it to, I've won that headband. Memoriam of not only Johnny, but everything that my brother's been through, and what he's been through to make sure that I'm the best that I can be, as he tries to be the best that he can be. So when you guys go out there Saturday, don't worry about your time. Just make sure that you won't be disappointed. Because you'll remember that disappointment forever. It won't ever go away. But if you just go out there and you give it your all, it'll just dissolve away. Because it doesn't matter. All that matters is how you got to where you are. Because that's what makes you who you really are. And I'm almost scared to say this. Because Michael's the other student who's gotten away with it. But, Eddie?
I can't even threaten to fail you. You're not on my roll.
Oh my gosh. I've known Coach for about 5-6 years now, so don't ever even think about trying that.
I was there the day we were across Timbers Park, and he got lost, and I thought we had to call his mom, and I thought we were gonna have to send out a search party. It was scary when we couldn't find him.
And an ambulance for his mother.
Yes. Hey, so for all you young kids out here, all you underclassmen, that right there is what cross country is all about.
Amen.
It ain't about it is about the running, but it's not about the running. It's about a lifetime of memories turning from 14-year-old pups into young adults, you know, and representing your school and your community with pride and dignity and honor. That's what it's all about. And hopefully, whatever it is that you do, that's what you'll take with you. Like we said, if you're in basketball, or if you're in soccer, or if you're in band, or, you know, in any relationship you have, you know, any marriage that you have, your relationship with your kids, that's what it's all about. Okay? Again, I want to thank the Griffins for hosting this tonight, and all of you parents for being here. I think on Saturday when y'all show up, it's going to be like a shock. These might be some of the smallest races you've ever seen. I don't think in any single race there's more than about, well, the max that we can have in the JV and varsity races are going to be 63.
Wow.
So it's going to be, you know, and so we're going to need a lot of support. Boz will bring their parents. We're going to bring our parents. They're going to try to cheer their kids on to victory, but we know y'all are going to cheer us on to victory. So thanks for being here tonight.